Hi burners, I made this video to show you how to emotionally survive Burning Man. And aside from sex, electrolytes, and silicone earplugs, this emotional survival tool will put you back in your happy place faster than just about anything else can. And yes, I know that what I'm about to show you looks silly, but so does hiding in your tent in a unicorn costume and missing the burn. EFT, also known as tapping, will bail you out of a freak out every time you use it on or off the playa. It's a life-saving tool for your pre, during, and post-burn experiences. EFT, which is short for Emotional Freedom Techniques, also commonly called tapping, is what you're about to learn. Now pay attention. Tapping is based in real hard science, and it really changes your brain chemistry and the way your body feels and the way your body reacts in just a few minutes. Here's how you do it. We take our fingers and we gently tap on points along the acupuncture meridians. Okay, your meridians help conduct electrical current through your brain and body. And tapping on these points is like flipping switches on a circuit breaker on and off to get the flow going back in your brain and body. So here are the points. Here, the eyebrow, the temple, front of the cheek, under the nose, under the lips, taking one or two hands, tapping the front of the chest, down to the front of the rib cage, bottom of the rib cage, right where your ribs stick out the most in front. Side of the ribs, now you can tap like this or you can cross your arms and tap like this. It's going to be nipple height, side seam of the body. Inside of the wrist, on the wrist bone, putting your hand like you're going to karate chop something, tapping the upper edge, the side of your thumbnail. Index finger, same place. Middle finger, same place. Bottom of the fourth finger, back to the inner edge of the little finger and the side of the hand. Last few points, top of the head, sides of the head, and back of the skull. All right, pretty easy, right? So next, we're going to practice noticing and naming what's happening in the moment. What this means is slowing down and getting real with yourself for just a few minutes. Let's try tapping right now on anything you're dealing with that feels stressful in your life. So the first thing you're going to do is notice how you're feeling and naming it. Just take a breath right now. Notice how you feel. I feel how right now? Blurt it out. So let's tap about what's up for you right now. Let's do it for just a couple of minutes and I'll give you an experience of how to use this new tool. The first thing you're going to do is feel around in the front of your chest for a tender spot and press lightly on it and give it a little massage. This helps reset the right and the left hemisphere of your brain and allows you access to your emotional body. So big, deep, cleansing breath like this. I just want to say that you might experience yawning, laughing, waves of energy, tingles, emotions while you're doing this. Just let it flow, and whatever you do, keep breathing and tapping, and we're going to move rapidly through this process. Following along with me, call and response. You're going to fill in the blank and personalize this session for yourself. Repeating after me. Even though I'm feeling what right now? I'm open to loving and accepting myself. Good. Eyebrows. And you can use one or two hands. Even though I'm feeling, fill in the blank, I'm open to loving and accepting myself. Tapping the temples and tuning in again on that stressful situation you have going on. Tapping the cheek. This feeling of, say it again. Tapping into the nose, repeat it. This feeling of, and breathe. Under the lips. Even though part of me feels stressed about this. Tapping the chest. I'm open to loving and accepting myself. Tapping the front of the ribs. This stress. Tuning in again to how you're feeling about this situation, and breathe. Now we're going to tap the side of the ribs, side seam of the body. Even though part of me is telling myself what? What are you telling yourself about this? That you shouldn't feel like this? I'm open to loving and accepting myself. Now we're going to tap the inside of the wrist right here on the wrist bone. This feeling of, say it again, and breathe. Tapping the side of the thumb, this feeling of, tapping the index finger. Part of me thinks I should what? Tap the middle finger. And part of me doesn't want to deal with this at all right now. Tap the bottom of the fourth finger. I love and forgive myself for any remaining stress I have about this situation. Big breath. Tap the little finger, and for how much energy it's taking to deal with it. And the side of the hand. This situation, name your situation again. Tapping the top of the head. I'm open to loving and forgiving myself for however I've contributed to this or carried it in my body. Tapping the sides of the head and the back of the head. It's safe for my body to relax now and come back into balance. Tapping the eyebrows and breathing. Tapping the temples. I'm allowing myself to regroup, reconnect to my center. Tapping the cheeks to feel healthy and calm and centered. Tapping under the nose and breathing. Tapping under the lips. Even if this stress is completely understandable, tap the chest. It's all right. I forgive myself for feeling this pressure. Big deep breath. Tap the front of the ribs. Part of me is worried about what? What are you worried about in regards to this? Tap the side of the ribs. This worry. Say it again. Speak your fear out loud. Good. Tapping the inside of the wrist again, and you could do either side, one side or the other. Tapping the side of the thumb. I forgive myself for having this worry. Tap the index finger. It feels justified. Tap the middle finger. And it's okay to release this fear. Tapping the bottom of the fourth finger. This remaining feeling of, and say that feeling. Tap the little finger. I'm relaxing now. Tap the side of the hand. I'm relaxing now. Good. So let's check in. We just did 2 rounds of tapping, looping through twice. How are you feeling about that issue? Tune into it now and see if it's shifted in intensity level. For most people, it will have gone down. So now let's create and confirm. What would you like to be experiencing in this situation? You've hopefully decreased the emotional charge, and now you're going to start hooking up new neural networks in your brain. Ready? Let's start again. Even though I still feel a little what? I'm open to loving and accepting myself. Good. Tapping the eyebrow. Still feel a little, and breathe while you tune in. Tapping the temple. It's okay. Tapping the cheeks. I'm creating a new possibility. And this is where you plug in the new possibility. What would you like to experience? I'm imagining the possibility of things working out. Tapping under the lips. Of being able to get through this gracefully and smoothly. Big breath. Tapping down to the chest. I'm allowing myself the possibility of, fine-tune it for yourself. Okay, tapping down to the front of the rib cage, giving myself the possibility of experiencing grace, ease, peace, and an optimal outcome. Tapping the side of the ribs. This new possibility. Say it again. Breathe, tap, and just tune into what it would feel like to let that be your new reality, just for a few seconds. Tapping the inside of the wrist. Big, deep breath. Good. Giving myself this new possibility of, tap the index finger, even if part of me is not sure that's possible. Tap the middle finger. Another part of me is confirming that this is what I would like to occur. Tapping the bottom of the fourth finger. It's safe for me to do this. And tapping the little finger. It's safe for me to do this. I'm open to the possibility of the universe working things out in a way that benefits everyone involved. Big breath. Good. So now tune in and notice how you're feeling about this issue that you've been practicing with. I bet you feel a lot more centered and grounded. So how could you use this tool at Burning Man? Well, let's say you're out one night on the playa and it's dark and you can't find your friends anywhere. And you feel angry and stressed because you're missing the main thing you wanted to do that night because you're looking for your friends. And you keep feeling more and more frustrated because you're wasting all your time. This is what you would do. Even though I feel angry and lonely, I still love and accept myself. I accept that I'm really frustrated right now. And then you would tune into that frustration for a few breaths. And after the charge decreases enough, you'd begin to create and confirm what you'd like to experience. So you do that a few rounds like we just did, acknowledging the anger, the frustration, and the stress of searching for your friends. Then you would go on to say, I'm open to loving and accepting myself. It's possible that everyone is right where they need to be right now. And I'm still going to have a good time connecting with people, even if I don't find my friends. And you let go of the fear and the freak out about finding them and them looking for you. Tap the front of the ribs, you calm down. The emotional charge will dissipate. And I'm talking around anything that Burning Man throws your way. You'll put yourself back in the magic flow like that. And your friends will reappear, smiling and happy to see you, and you'll be able to receive them with love. So remember, my friends, that when something is bumming your burn, or your life for that matter, tap, and you'll be burning brightly again. Hit the link that I've included to find your way to my workshops at Burning Man, or beam me in ahead of time to your world for more emotional freedom about anything you're dealing with. See you in the dust.